Hi everyone, Sarah here. Um, I was just having a conversation with someone and I mentioned the word networking and their entire body just like deflated and they looked so defeated. And when I asked them about it and that reaction, they were like, it's just so much work, like a network, like so many like professionals and all these things that I have to do. And it just, it's just so daunting. And I find it hard to talk to new people and they just like they just got in their head about networking and what it all meant. And um, I asked, like, do you not have any friends? What about family? And like, yeah, I have those people. I'm like, well, have you talked to them about this? I'm like, well, sort of, but not really. I mean, they can't help me. This is to do at work. Like, and I'm like, well, why can't they help you? Like, surely they have other friends and your family know other people. Um, so it really kind of reminded me that there's a couple of things going on here. We have this mindset around networking that I think is actually blocking us and getting in our way. I used to feel the same. When I was starting off in recruiting, like I was told one of the first things I had to do was go out and network and talk to a bunch of people. And it just seemed so daunting and so draining, particularly as an introvert. Was not my go-to form or mode of operating in terms like just go and have a chat with people. I was like, how do I just do that? Like just go talk to people? Like no. Um, but when I reframed it for myself from networking to connecting, that had a really big implication for me. It really changed how I looked at networking, because it wasn't really like with networking. Sometimes I feel like there's this idea that it's very transactional. It's like, I want to reach out to you because you do this and I want to get this out of you, and how can you help me, and like maybe I can help you in the future. And it just seems like it's like a very transactional, like kind of negotiating, and that's not a fun place to be. Versus when you're connecting, sure, maybe you know this person is someone who can help you, but like when you're connecting and really getting to know them as a person, you're looking at them as a person and you're building a relationship. And ultimately that's what networking is about. It's building relationships, and it's building connections. Like a network is just a point with multiple different connection points, right? So when you're starting off networking, first of all, think about, who do you already know? So like, you have friends, you have family, maybe you're part of a sports team and you have some coaches, or you know your teachers, and you're part of some groups, whether it's like D&D or movies on a Wednesday, or it's like a stamp collecting group, whatever your group may be. What I really like about my book club is that we have a shameless plug, which is our opportunity to say something that we need. And it's amazing how many times people have been able to solve problems just by having that shameless plug. So you never know who knows someone else. Like I was just at an alumni event recently and got talking to a woman who works with the mother-in-law of our co-founder, and I was like, that was mind-blowing. So like, you never know who knows who. And there's no harm in, just like, if you're having a professional issue or maybe it's a personal issue and you need some help with, it never hurts to ask, right? If you don't ask, you don't get. And you can start off and practicing those networking skills with people that are safer to practice with, like friends, like family, like trusted teachers or advisors, or mentors or coaches or groups that you're a part of. Like, really use that as your testing ground and A/B testing. Like, what if I ask this way? What if I ask that way? What if I lean in with this? What if I offer that? It can really help in terms of like just building that confidence. And then once you start talking to people who are strangers to you, you'll also be surprised how often it's going to happen. Whereas like, oh yeah, I know that person too. Or you worked at that company. I know someone who worked at the company. Oh, I know that person. And that's going to happen a lot. And there are different ways where soon you can be a stranger, and soon you'll be fast friends. And so if you look at it as like someone who could be a future friend or a future just relationship in your life, and no matter what relationship that looks like, looking at from that point in terms of getting connected and getting to know each other, and thinking people first versus what I need first, I think is a big mind shift that's really going to help, and hopefully reduce that anxiety and that dread when it comes to networking. I'll be sharing more about this over time. So if this is something that you're really needing some help with, stay tuned in. Like, share, and subscribe, join our Facebook community. I'll be sharing a lot about this. It's an area that's very near and dear to my heart. I never pictured myself as a serial networker, but I've realized that's what I've kind of become. I have a lot of people that I go to and also help out, and it's been really powerful in helping me with my career, and then also just with my personal life as well. I have some fun stories around that too. So I might start a playlist around, different networking stories and just the impact that's had. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, join the Facebook group, and practice that networking. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.